Hopefully there's no ads. Guess I have to refresh. Hello, testing 1 2. Guess I have to refresh. Hello, testing 1 2. Guess I have to refresh. All right, cool. That's working. Sound check looks good. Let's see what. Oh. All right, so last time I had issues. I'll explain them real quick. Talk about a couple other things while I'm at it. Might as well get into Firebase because I will need to be there for some of the next steps, depending on how far I get. Card game. Let's see. What am I trying to do here? I don't remember. Oh yeah, database. Okay. Actually, I don't really need to be here, but that's fine. All right. So what I want to do is a couple things. First, explain what happened last time. Actually, let me duplicate this. I'm going to JS functional programming. So if there's time at the end, and I like to do this at the end, I'm gonna go over something I saw in this.
You have a great story to share.
And try to implement a data structure that is
you should actually take this online public speaking.
Kind of similar to
do some functional
what she talks about there. But we'll come back to that if we have time. So, and to do that, I'm actually going to use typed arrays, by the way, which is, I think, kind of new in JavaScript, but I'm not sure. All right, so the problem I was having here is I was doing everything right, except I said node, this.node current. And I was doing that because current, because normally with refs to access them, wait, yeah, you can do that. This dot myref current. After you've stored it, but like this. But right now, that's not what I need to do because I am using callback refs, and I think they're different from what I understand. Oh, by the way, I did this based on their suggestion, I think. So they say callback ref is defined in an inline function, which I had it before. It will get called twice during updates. First with null, which is what I thought was happening was the problem, but it wasn't. And then so I set it up as they showed here. It's right here, yeah. I put it here. So I honestly didn't know this made it a bound function like this, because I was thinking you had to do this focus text equals this focus text dot bind this, and then throw it down here. But I don't know if this actually does what I'm thinking or not, but I think this takes care of what it says in the caveat. Because this here refers to, because it's an arrow function, refers to the class. So I think we're good here. And it happens in the constructor. I'm just following the example from callback refs. So here you don't do current. You just take the element and you just set it to a node. So I had dot current here. We need to not use that. Oops, it's up here. I'm all over the place here. So I had dot current there when maybe it should have been here, but you don't need that. It just passes in the node here to the callback function, and then I'm assigning it to a property on the class, a class property initially, which I set to null. I think I put a space there. And then we're taking that class property on component update, and we're assigning it to this node variable so that we can then perform this operation here to set the scroll top to the scroll height. I actually need to look what's going on here because I'm not entirely sure, and it's complaining about destructuring here, so let's do that. Equals this. I'm not really sure I like what's going on with this syntax here, but it's okay. Okay, and it works as is. So let's see here. Double check I'm streaming. Yes. All right. So in his in Michael's demo, it doesn't do anything when you type, but when you hit enter, it does. Which it also does here as well. It scrolls to the bottom. The only reason is because I think he doesn't have a controlled component, so I'm not going to worry about that. One thing I did notice, though, is the text is not clear when you send the message. So I want to do something with that right now. I do temporarily, I was using message ID, and it was giving me an error in the console. So temporarily I'm using the index, which you're not supposed to do. But I'll fix that, and I'll actually use the ID, which I'm going to figure out next after I clear the message. So handle send chat message is in here. Doc set. I think I could just do dot catch here. I think set returns a promise. Whoops. Dot done. Actually, yeah, for now, I will just log the error if there is one. Let's just do this for now. And then if it succeeds, there's no error, I'm going to set the chat message state to empty string again. I want to get back to something about that as well. So this dot set state chat message to empty string. Whoops. What's wrong here? Oh, right. This needs to be an object. Okay. Sweet. That looks fine. Let's see if it works. Yes. Works. Let's do something we can see gets added. Yeah, there it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cool. All right, so that works. And now a couple other things to fix. Well, one other thing I wanted to show, besides it was complaining about this, so I temporarily used the index. One other thing to show is last time I mentioned that it would complain if I did null for the value of this input box, and I never showed that, but it actually does. So yeah, it suggests using an empty string, so or uncontrolled component, but I'm gonna keep controlled for now and use an empty string, which I had before. Oops, and that goes away. Cool. And what else? Kind of want to clear all of these. Can I just delete them? I have to clear the collection or something. That's okay. I'm not going to do it right now. Okay, So I want to get the message ID. That's another thing. So I don't have to use this index, which I shouldn't be using. So how do I get the message ID? Well, I am going to store it on message.id, which I had before, which wasn't working because it's undefined at the moment. But when I do the map, which is here, I want to do more here. So let's go ahead and console.log the snapshot. See if we can get the message ID easily without digging into the docs. And then if we have to, we'll dig into the docs, which is fine. Okay. Okay. Oh, wait, what? Hold on. Oh, snapshot. Oh, no, I don't want this. I want doc. Let's look at, shoot. Yeah, let's do this for temporarily and then do return so it doesn't break anything. And then console log the doc. Okay, just see what's going on here. Okay. It looks like it just has an ID. Okay, so it's pretty simple. Just throw doc ID in there. And it has what now? Am I using data as a function? Data, okay. Okay, so 1D 5XP, does that match up to one of these? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so that's all I need. So I thought it would be a little bit harder to get than that, but maybe not. All right, so doc.data dot text for now. Why does this look weird? Oh, because I put those. There we go. And then get rid of this. Okay. And then we'll actually return an object, so I have to surround it with parentheses. And return that here. And this is gonna have text and ID with doc.id. Sure, there's a better way to do that, but it's okay for now. And then I think we're good to go. And then message ID will be defined and it will stop complaining. Let's see. Yeah, we're good to go there. Okay, cool. Let me try IDS, see if it gives an error. Yes, and then ID is good. Oops. All right. Looks good. Okay. Let's make sure this still works. Yes. All right. So next was, let me see what was next. Probably just continue on with the auto scroll. Let me look at this really quick. Okay. Let me double check that matches here. Yes, yes. Okay, looks good, and we'll continue on with the video.
.node, okay.
Oh, I want to look up scroll top and scroll height. Okay, scroll height. Height of an element's content. So it sets the scroll top, whoops, to Gets or sets the number of pixels. Okay, so it sets the scroll top, which starts at 0, I think. And it sets it to the height of the content, which would take it to the bottom. That makes sense. Okay. Moving on.
So now I can share. It's shareable now. See? So if you want this pin to bottom behavior, what's he going to say?
And this video is only 12 more minutes.
Oh,
so
too long.
It's no big deal.
Oh, all right. Hi. Okay, so the pin to bottom is shareable now, and it also communicates like some, kind of intent, right? Oh, I see what this is. It's not just like a div that scrolls. It's one of those things that's pinned to the bottom, right? Well, in this case, the pin to the bottom might not actually be what we want, right? What if I scroll back, say something else, and I'm like, oh, what did that one guy say? Oh, yes, this is very, very interesting. Please say something else. Oh, what? What? Oh, I totally lost the context. Let me try it again. I'm going to scroll back here. Somebody said something super, stop it. Right? Basically, after every single update now, I'm just thrown right to the bottom of the chat, right? Isn't that super lame? What would be nicer? Well, maybe a notification. Maybe what we could do is we could infer whether or not they wanted that behavior by how far down they were scrolled, right? So if I'm scrolled all the way down, you can infer he wants to see the latest messages. He wants us to automatically scroll the view, right? If I'm not, don't do that. I scrolled back for a reason, right? I wanted to go look at some older message in the chat, okay?
Mm-hmm.
That's what we're describing here is kind of a complex behavior. Wouldn't you say? Like, if I'm scrolled to the bottom, automatically scroll. If I'm scrolled back, don't scroll it. Let's try this here. So let's see. So instead of a pin to bottom, what I want is more like a completely non-descriptive name, like smart scroller. You ever, like a smartphone? Like, what does that mean?
I like auto scroll a little bit better.
Right. Okay, so I've got a smart scroller here now. So how could we model this behavior?
This actually brings me to a point. So it's rendering the children, and that's because it's the spread operator here, I believe, is taking the children from smart scroller. Yeah, and it's outputting the children. So I have a couple wrapper components. Let's see, what do I have? Grid, which does this. I don't really need to do this. I could just use the spread operator there on props and do it that way, and it would still work. That being said, I think this is a little bit more explicit, so I kind of like it better, sort of. But something to think about. All right, back to the video.
Basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put an on scroll on this thing.
All right, let's do that. On scroll, handle scroll. That was here. By the way, let's put this at the top. It's a little bit weird in the middle. Just looks weird. And we'll keep it alphabet. Actually, I like the style at the top. Forget alphabetical. All right, on. Well, that being said, let's do this. On scroll equals this handle scroll. And another thing I want to do after I'm done here is, for practice, for fun, just convert this to a it's probably not the best idea because I'm going to be probably breaking this apart, but it's okay. I'm going to convert this to a functional component that uses hooks for the state. So very, very basic use of hooks, but let's get this working first.
Okay. So I'm gonna have a.
So handle scroll. Okay, this dot handle scroll. I think it wants it down here. Okay. There's also something about this where I'm actually going to make a note. Throttle debounce, maybe, because I read somewhere that this can freeze things up. Maybe. I'll look into that. Alright, let's see. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Like, I don't know if it needs to happen literally every time someone scrolls, but I'll leave it for now.
A scroll handler, handle the scroll. And what I basically want to say is, look, if they're scrolled all the way to the bottom, then don't automatically scroll. Otherwise, then automatically scroll. Otherwise, leave it. Okay, so I need to calculate. Let's see. I'll say scroll top, scroll height equals this dot node.
All right, let's grab those properties. And again, we're just grabbing them off of this stored, stored property on the class, which references the
Also get the offset height.
development here.
Ooh, math.
Offset height. Okay.
All right. So let's see. So let's say the distance to the bottom of the screen, or distance from the bottom, is going to be, so the scroll top is how many pixels are invisible above. So the scroll height is the total scrollable height of the thing. So it's going to be scroll height minus the scroll top plus the offset height. In other words, how many pixels do we have left to scroll before this thing is actually at the bottom?
Okay, distance from bottom. Not even going to rename it. I'll just use his name. It's pretty good. Scroll height minus scroll top. I know there's more to it. Let's go back.
Scroll top plus the offset height.
Offset height. Plus height, and throw parentheses here. There we go. I'm going to go over this math really quick too, just to make sure I understand. I think I have it a little bit in my head, but
okay.
For now, let's just get it working.
So I'm going to say I want to automatically scroll if the distance from the bottom is less than 10.
Okay. This dot auto scroll equals distance from bottom is less than 10. So if this is less than 10, it's true, and this will be set to true. If this is greater than or equal to 10, this will be set to false. He's probably going to set it to false somewhere in the video, but if not, that's fine. We'll do it. Oops. Up to scroll equals false. Always like to have default values to begin with.
So if they scrolled all the way down and they're within 10 pixels of the bottom, then we're going to automatically scroll, okay? Component did mount. We'll initialize that value to true. I'm actually going to take this code.
I did that, right? Oh, he initialized it to true. Oh, right. I guess that's fine. Okay.
And I'm going to put it in a method called scroll to bottom.
Scroll to bottom method. Okay. And oops.
Because I want to reuse it in both the component did mount.
Ah, that makes sense. We want to use it in component did mount because there may be some conditional reasons. Oh, wait, what? Oh. Right. Okay.
And I'm going to reuse it in component did update, but only if...
Oops, what am I doing? Why did I take it out of there? Oh wait, no, that's right. Handle scroll.
This dot auto scroll.
This dot scroll to bottom. Component did mount, which I don't have. CDM. Yes. Okay. Component did update. Oh, this is old code. If no, yeah, we don't care about this. And if this dot auto scroll, this dot scroll to bottom. I wonder if it's okay with that syntax. My linter. Yeah, okay, fine. I'm fine with it if it's just one line. If it's any more complicated than that, or there's stuff code below it or above it, I'd prefer to use curly braces.
You see what I'm saying? So here's where I'm making the decision.
Wait, scroll to bottom. Is that handle scroll? Oh, handle scroll just sets. Okay, duh. Handle scroll sets the auto scroll. Wait, what? Oh, duh. Just grab this. Redo all of that. And throw this in here. So handle scroll. I have them backwards. Scroll to bottom is this code. And handle scroll is this code, which makes more sense. Because when you scroll, you're setting if auto scroll is true or not, and then scroll to bottom actually performs the scroll to bottom, and it happens based on if that's true or not. I don't like how it happens every time I type a message, because it's controlled. Whatever. All right, this dot auto scroll is not a function. This dot auto scroll true. Well, let's scroll to the bottom. That is a function. And we're good to go. So let's see if it works. Boom. Send the message. But if we're at the bottom, it stays at the bottom. Sweet. So it works. But if we're up here, I still need to fix that. So console.log test. I mean, yeah, that's not good. Is it though? Yeah, because it keeps checking every time. Turn input into uncontrolled, or let me put to do here, and in chat as well. Where did I have that? Oh no, it was the bounce. I had something about the bouncing, which is gone now. Yeah, to do. And turn input in uncontrolled, or stop calling every time type letter or character. All right, I'll have to figure that out later. For now, let's move on. There's one more thing that someone brings up in the questions that I want to implement.
Right, I'm saying, as they scroll, listen to that scrolling.
And then I want to go over this math really quick. It's basic math, but I just want to make sure I understand what's going on.
Assuming I've done the math right, from bottom, there we go.
Let me see what offset height, that's what I'm not sure about. Come back to that.
So let's see. Let me bust out the console log here. Okay, yeah, so it's big. Okay, so it's small there. Okay, good. Okay, so this thing should automatically be scrolling when I'm already scrolled to the bottom. Otherwise, if I'm scrolled back up, don't auto scroll for me when you get an update. So if I'm down here, should scroll, otherwise not. Should now, not now. Kind of interesting, right? To think about, and that, I mean, that's a, thank you. That's a fairly complex behavior, right? That's a fairly complex imperative procedure, right? Doing the math, you know, doing the scrolling, setting the scroll top, right? This is a complex imperative.
Yeah, I'm gonna use that again.
Behavior.
Use this component again in my.
Share, because we just wrapped it up in a component and made it declarative.
I guess it's not a big deal
so
that I
if
made
you
it
want that
reusable
same
because.
behavior, all you got to do is render a smart scroller, and you're good to go. I was
It's just going to be built into the chat boxes,
actually
but
launched his
whatever.
React FNS project tonight, because that was something that this is something that we were talking about at dinner just like a month ago, where he's basically taken a bunch of these imperative APIs like geolocation, you know, media queries, network stuff. It's a project that we've been working on as well. Ryan Florence did, you know, he did a React Idle a couple months ago, React Network a couple months ago. Obviously, I've done React Media. So it's a problem that it's like, why are we still doing things imperatively, right? When we're in the browser, we should have learned from React by now. We should be doing things declaratively instead of imperatively. And so that is kind of the principle that I wanted to talk about. And thank you so much for having me.
All right, so one of the guys brings up a question, and I want to implement that if we can.
2 questions? Okay. Yeah, a quick one. Sorry, I went over. Yeah. Yeah, so we could, I mean, yeah, we could I'll just tell you how I might handle that. So I know who I am here in the parent. I've got auth, right? And so I could do something like, hey, only scroll when, you know, the auth is my auth.id or whatever, right? I could pass in a prop here and basically configure this thing this way and say, hey, there's a special ID that I don't want you to actually scroll on.
Yeah, so the point is when you type a message, do you want it to scroll to the bottom? But when someone else types a message, don't scroll to the bottom? I don't know. Let me think about that for a second. So if I'm using this, and I know the styling looks like crap, I'm going to fix it, obviously. So if I'm typing a message, I need to handle enter key for sure. In send, should it go to the bottom? Probably. Probably. So he was saying auth ID. Hold on. Only scroll when. Oh yeah, there'd be some sort of identity associated with the user, and then you compare it to whoever submitted the message, I guess. Yeah. Something like that. I need to think about that. I'm not going to do that right now, but I'll add it in there somewhere. Okay. So when user types message, scroll to bottom, otherwise don't scroll unless near bottom, even for new messages. And we could do something like Twitch chat does, where I'm not going to type a bunch of messages. How about this? I'll make it really small. Test 1, oops, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then if I scroll up, it says chat pause due to scroll. It just pops up a little message here. And if you click on it, it goes to the bottom. 7-9. Hey, how's it going, man? Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, so we could do something like that. Just pop up a little message as well, saying that, telling the user, hey, it's not scrolling to the bottom right now because, yeah. What does this do actually when you're scrolled up? Does it, if I send a new message? See, I could just do that then. Just always say, no matter who sends a message, it's pause and then just display a message that you click on it and it scrolls to the bottom. That would be pretty cool. So I'll add that to the Trello board. All right, add an oops. Or what was that I just had there? Okay. Or like Twitch display message you type, or I mean message when scrolled up and when clicked scrolls to bottom, regardless of who's sending messages. All right, it's a little wordy, but okay. So that's done. We're done implementing that, so it's pretty cool. Let's see what we got here. So I guess timestamps, pretty sure they already, I thought they were built into the ID. I mean, maybe I'm thinking of Mongo, but I thought it was the same. It maybe is too, but we just need to sort by the ID, and I think that would sort by timestamp, but I'm not sure about that. Could be totally wrong. Let's look at that really quick, actually. Look at the docs for that. If not, I'll just add a timestamp and sort by timestamp. No big deal. Actually, I want a timestamp anyway, so let's just do that. And we'll just use the date now for now. All right, so let's see here. Return. How does it need to add a timestamp? I know I could use a Firebase function. Could I do it from the front end and have it be accurate? Or would it be hackable? Not that that's a huge concern, but let me think. So I send the message. Hold on, where is this? Or here we go. Send chat message. Set. Yeah, I mean this could. Yeah, I'm gonna do it from the back end. So let's do that. Let me look at the docs. So there might be a more built-in, easier way to do it. Cloud Firestore. So I'll look at. Actually, if you look at real-time database, it talks about extending the cloud function. See some of the use cases there. But let's read about Firestore. And this might be a good time for a Google search because I'll just be doing a ton of looking around. Firebase, Firestore, timestamp. Let's see here. Trying to get the fire document created. What I get is this. If you want the date value, you can wait. Oh, okay. Cool. So actually, yeah, if I just log out these things, I think they just contain what I'm looking for. Let's see. Let's just throw it in. Actually, no, I'm mapping it to something. So, it's right here. I will wait. Okay, right. No, it needs to be in here. Doc. Dang it. I need to look at these docs. Actually, query document snapshots. Let me just look at the reference for that. Where are we at? JavaScript. Query document snapshots. The rep data. Oh, here we go. Retrieves off those. By default, field values, server timestamp values. Huh. Server timestamp. Okay. Sweet. All right. So we just need server timestamp, I think. Timestamp. And we'll say, and maybe I'll make this a little bit cleaner, but let's just test it out for now. Text dot, oops, what was it now? Field value, data, server timestamp. Let me see if this works. And we'll just throw that below the message for now. See what it looks like. If it exists. Server timestamp's not a function. Okay, so I did that completely wrong. Alright. Let's look at the whole thing to see what's going on. I'm a little bit confused here. So doc, instead of returning an object, this is what I hate about this implicit returning garbage. It's a little bit hard to rework for me, at least. Not that hard, but this dot snapshot console Oops. Snapshot. Snapshots.docs. Just look at this real quick. Okay. I was looking for the server timestamp. And I was doing what now? Oh yeah, I was doing data. Okay, let me try that. Docs 0.data. See what that gives me. That's not what I want. Definitely not what I want. Okay, so dot text. Let me see this. Oh wait, not data. Let me go read that again. Pretty confused. By default, field value server timestamp. What does that mean? Field value. Field value. Center update. Huh. Let me just look at what this guy says. Oh, this is exactly what I'm doing. Okay. Ah, there we go. Firebase, Firestore, field value. Oh, duh. Okay. And that even says that here. Field value. Sentinel values that can be used when writing documents to fields. Duh. Okay. All right. We'll use updated at. I guess we'll do exactly what this guy's doing. And we'll grab this. I don't quite get that though. Field value. Let me see. Where is that gonna come from? Oh, it's just a static method, I think, right? Let's see. Server. Yeah, it's a static method. Okay, fine. Okay, cool. What's wrong here? Timestamps declared. True, I don't use it here. Let's get Firebase. I think we're good to go. Yes. All right, and then text, and we'll do updated at and timestamp. Okay, we're good now. Can bring this back in, I think. Let's see if that is working and what it looks like. Oh, I need to create one. I think we're okay. Let's just bring this back. And create some new ones. And see what everything looks like. Server timestamp. Oh, right, I still have that stupid thing. All right. This would just be... I actually need to grab this. And this would be created at, or no, updated at, and updated at. I'll format this in a little bit, clean it up a little bit. Let's just get it working. All right, so if I put a new message now, it should show both somewhere. Where is that message? I don't see it. All right, let's look. All right, let's get rid of all these. I think there should be an easier way to delete all. Ah, really? I gotta add one? Okay. Global chat. Document text. Test. Alright, so if I add one now, it should store that, right? Yeah. Cool. So let's delete this stupid one. How do I delete one? Oh, right here. Okay. So they should all have a timestamp now, and let me display it on the page. And just update it. Really should be created at because it'll never be updated, but that's all right. Let's try it. What? How did that get screwed up? I changed that and it screwed it up. Message. What? Oh, I know. I have to. Updated at is. It's an object or something. Yeah. What does it look like? What can I get out of it? It's a timestamp object, so I need to call. I think it's just a date object. Let me try calling dot to UTC just date. Get UTC something to UTC string. There we go. I was actually going to type that. Should have just trusted my instincts. Okay. Capital S. Okay. All right. Well, let's forget this for now and see what this actually is coming back. Once again, get rid of this code. And snapshot docs 0 dot data, and I probably should just leave that where it is. All right, updated at, it's a timestamp. Is that a Firebase thing, or is that built in JavaScript? I don't know. Someone else was asking about that though. Okay. Oh, it's in Firebase. Okay. It's right here. All right. And then we want toDate. Perfect. All right. Cool. Bring this back. Comment that for now. And we'll do toDate. All right. And it's still a data object. Okay, and then to etc string. There we go. That should work. Yes. It looks stupid, but it works. Let's do this first. Can I do this? Colon that? What does this say? And instead of all this garbage, we'll do a template string and template literal. Okay. All right. I mean, it looks stupid, but it's okay. Cannot read property to date of null. Interesting. So that function takes some time to run, and I guess it instantly gave us back the message, or it tried to, and that didn't exist now. So what do we do about that? Something, gotta do some async stuff. Huh. I don't know how to do that actually. Wait. Yes, I do. No, I don't. Do I? Actually, I don't know why that happened. Why did that happen? It's gonna happen again. It's null. Updated at is null. Why is that? Because I actually don't understand that. Because when so they all currently have an updated at. So I refresh the page, it works. But what? If I'm saving a message, then I don't get that. So it gets the timestamp and then sets it. Wait, let me look at toDate. Oh, wait, no, that doesn't make sense. And then it adds to the collection. Set. So here's the crazy thing. It adds to the collection, and then after that's done, so it got the response back or whatever. After that's done, then it sets the state. Oh no, oh, wait. I think I got it. No, I don't got it. Forget this. This is just clearing the text box. Text input box. So it sets the state with the timestamp. And then the subscription does stuff. But wait a second. There's something going on here that's wrong. Oh, what the? What happened here? Messages. What is this? What? Wait, what? What is this? Confused. Messages. Oh, right. We're setting the state of messages to this object, or sorry, this array that we're getting back here. So here's the problem, actually. Data. Okay. I think I know what to do here. I think I need to grab this first. Up here. Not up here. Where would I grab it? Instead of setting the state directly from this function, I think I need to create an object from that function, I think. Oh, wait. No. Wait. Messages equals snapshot map. Yeah, for replacing all the messages. Yeah. I think that will work. So this needs to happen after the snapshot is finished doing its thing, I think. Alright, let's do that. Let's see, dot then. Ooh, what's up with this dot? That's okay. Does this return a promise is what I need to know. This dot. So data Firestore collection on snapshot. Let's see. Pretty sure it does. Or maybe it's not. I'm thinking of it. This is like reactive, and I'm thinking of it like a promise or something. Let's see. What was it again? Firebase or Firestore dot collection. Collection. Collection returns collection reference, and then we want on snapshot. Attaches a listener. Returns. Oh yeah, it returns a function. There. Okay. Bring that back. Let me try this. Just want to see what happens. So const messages equals an object, or no, an array. Nope, it's gonna equal this. What's this? Okay, all of this. And then just do this. I don't see how this is gonna help, but I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, it doesn't help. Cannot read property to date of null. Why is that happening? Let me see this. So as soon as I hit the send button, what the fuck? It sets them, and then it sets the state, which triggers render being called again. Oh, wait. Right. Oh, that does make sense. That actually does make sense. I need to... Okay, so I'm going to remove this, and I think that'll fix it. No, it didn't fix it. I thought it was setting the state here, causing render to run again. And then it reads messages, which is not fully updated. But... That's weird. I mean, it is trying to do that, right? It's calling this. Yes. Yeah. Oh, this gets called only once. This function gets called once. But it could happen multiple times. But let's just say for once for now, after you send the message, and then what's messages equals. Is it this? Is it this function in the middle here? That doesn't seem like that would do anything. Let me just try that. Const. Oh no, it has to be inside of. No, it doesn't matter. Because it has. Well, it returns this object. Oh, maybe, actually. Maybe it hasn't finished completing that callback. And it's just an object that's missing. Can I see the state? Right before this happens? I think if so, it's the last one. So So which one of these doesn't have? They all have updated. This just doesn't make sense, man. Wait, do they have them here? Oh, this one's null. Yes, this was the last one, right? Whoops. Let's make it more clear. Last one. Yes. Yes. Okay. So what was my thought there? So my thought was, oh yeah, this callback didn't finish. Before the state was set. Is that right? Is that how that works? I didn't know that. No, there's probably more to something else to it. That doesn't even make sense. This not set state messages. It's definitely the one you just added. Why is that? It doesn't have. So the one you just added, so this does get called twice, render, with that new state or whatever. Why is that? Why does it get called twice? So you hit the submit button, or this button, handle, send chat message. Gets called. What is going on here? Let me see this. What? Okay. There's some weird shit going on there. Server timestamp. Let me see something here. I should probably be looking at the documentation. I mean, the guides. There's probably some, I could have avoided all this. There's probably just, here's how you do it. Look at it in just a second. Oh no, we're at field value. Server timestamp. Returns a sentinel. I don't know what that is. Sentinel programming. I knew that, but does that make sense in this context? So it says like true or false. All right, let's just look. I don't quite get it. There's some async stuff going on, obviously. I need to figure out how to do it. Let's do it with add data. Maybe it's in there. Maybe it's in here. Samples. Web. Timestamp. I think this is what I want. Wait. Oh, okay. If you want to be able to if you want to be able to order by creation, you should store a timestamp. Okay, can you tell me how, please? Oh, here we go. Update. Wow. Well, I think it might be time to stop. And just look it over and figure it out later. I guess I'm going to look at that math real quick on this. Maybe take a break and come back and continue for a little bit. It's still kind of early. All right. Distance from the bottom is the scroll height, which is, again, I forgot. Scroll height. Including content not visible to the screen. Wait, including, okay, so it's the whole height, got it. And then minus scroll top and offset height. So scroll top So the whole thing minus that. Okay. And then what is offset height? The height. Including any borders, padding. What is offset height? The example shows a scroll bar and an offset height which fits the window. It's the entire height. I thought that's what this was. Okay, I thought this would be easy. Now I'm really confused. So scroll top. Property gets or sets the number of pixel. Gets the number of pixels. The element's content is scrolled vertically. So if I go to paint. Windows paint. Should have just typed it in. So here's the element. Here's the scroll bar. And scroll top. Wait, here's some content down here. Here's the rest of the content. So scroll top gets the number of pixels, elements content is scrolled vertically. Oh, okay, got it. So scroll top is how far down it's scrolled. Okay. So how far down it's scrolled plus what is the offset height now? Returns the height of an element including so it doesn't include vertical scroll bars, is that right? Read-only property returns the height of an element. I think I just need to experiment with this because I don't quite get it. Shows a scroll bar and an offset height. This is not clear. Like, I need a different site. This is not clear at all. It's like terrible. So I'm just dumb right now. Offset height, W3 schools. Okay, offset height returns a viewable height of an element. The viewable height of an element reason why the viewable word is specified is because if the element's content is taller than the actual height. Okay, see more examples. See more examples. Okay. Alright, let's try it. Height including padding. So offset height including padding and border. So 250 plus. Okay. Can I make this like 100? Height is still showing 250. Oh, wait. I need to click this. Height including padding and border. 130. Okay, I think I got it. So if we do overflow auto, $130, right? Okay, that makes more sense than viewable height. I guess it does. Okay, now I get this picture. Okay, offset height is the viewable height. Shows a scroll bar and an offset height which fits on the window. This is what's throwing me off. However, non-scrollable elements may have large offset height values, much larger than the visible content. Okay, whatever. It's pretty confusing. Alright, so I get what the offset height is. So now, scroll top is how far down you've scrolled, plus the offset height. So say you're at, God, I'm so bad at math. So this is the scroll height, or I mean the, what is it? Scroll, or offset height. This is offset height. And scroll top would be okay. Let's get scroll height before I get to scroll top. Scroll height is the measurement height of an element's content, including content not visible on the screen. So it's the whole thing. Okay. So this is the, what is it called? Scroll height. Scroll height. So it's the scroll height minus the offset height. Oh god, it's so simple now. Plus the amount it's scrolled down. Gives you how far from the bottom. Okay. Alright. That makes sense. Okay, cool. Got that part. Not going to worry about that for the moment. I'll deal with that later. Turn pushing controller. Stop calling every time type of character. Okay, that's not causing the issue. So the issue, don't quite get yet. I keep talking about this, so I'm not doing it. So let's just do it. Const data Oh no, I don't do it because it's inside of this function. And I always say no, that doesn't matter. Hmm. Oh, I know why. I know why. I think it has to do with this. It's being remounted. Yes, maybe. Yes. It has to do with the auto scroll. Ah, okay. Let's remove that for now. Duh, okay. And I forgot what I was even trying to do. Oh, the timestamp. No, it has nothing to do with that. Damn it, I thought that was it. Okay. Wait, did it... Let me double check this. Sometimes it freezes up and it really throws me off. Because I think something changed, but it didn't get recompiled. Yeah, okay, it has nothing to do with that. Hmm. Due date is undefined on the most recent one you submit. Why? I think I'm going to take a quick break, think about it, come back, go from there. Let's throw this up. It has some nice contrast for my away message, and I'll be back pretty soon. Alright, I'm back. I thought about something. Let's see if I'm right. So, what happens on the subscription? How many times does this function get called, is my question. Should be using maybe the debugger. Might be able to figure something out. Snapshot. Whoa, okay, hold on. So it gets called once. How about when I hit send? What is this? Oh yeah. Looks like it only gets called once. But it's logging that out twice. Let's get rid of this. So it's being re-rendered. This is being called twice. Why? Oh, wait. Wait. What was I looking at earlier? I was looking at where it sets it to blank. Here. But it's here. This is where it's setting it. Before, this has time to complete. Duh. Wait. Oh, no. This is something else. What am I talking about? Let me try sending this like a new object instead. I don't know, man. Is that gonna affect it in any way? I don't see why. Oh no, that's not a new object, it's a new array. Which are objects? Why would that fix it? No, it wouldn't. About to give up for the night. Usually when I run into this, I figure it out pretty quickly the next day, but I don't know. Not always, usually. Or a lot of times. Alright. Got it for a minute though. I'm about to give up for the night. Maybe move on to the typed arrays. Yeah. Thing that I wanted to do. We'll see. Let's look at this video. Maybe on React. Well, he's using Vue, I think. might just do that. Let me what the fuck? I'm gonna try that and see if this is causing the issue. I don't think it is, but just trying desperately different things. It could be. Let's see. I'll have to delete all of these. If it is causing an issue, I want to see if it's possible to easily solve it. I don't care about the first one. Oops. Whoa. Oh, right. Actually, no. If I delete this, will it delete the whole thing? No. Alright, we're good. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's that timestamp thing then. Okay. I would like to know why. Let me try this. I think because what happens is when it stores, what this means is when it stores the data, then that says set a timestamp on this field. That's what that means. So, okay, let me just try it first, like this. Yeah. So, what happens is, because of that, by the way, does JavaScript date have to date? How does this even work when I had it the other way? What? Wait. So when you do to date, what? That's crazy. Or new date, it just creates a timestamp. Okay. Okay. Let me test my theory real quick. Okay. So we have 4 of them. And they all have timestamps? Yes. And this works. Okay, so the other one doesn't work because... Why? Oh yeah, okay, so the server, it tells the server when it's created, create that timestamp. But that happens after it's created. So as soon as it's created, this subscription thing, this reactive whatever function, gets called, and it's null because it hasn't created the timestamp yet. So is there a way to know when that's actually done? What does this return? Let's see. Field value. Oh, shit. Thank you. Appreciate it. Let me turn that off. Thank you, Oliveris. Appreciate it. So that's crazy. I mean, I'm just gonna go with the to date, but how would you know when it's done creating a timestamp so that the subscription won't like, the thing is, I could check and see if updated as null, but then it won't show the timestamp, or it won't show that message, or it wouldn't show the timestamp. It's so weird. I don't know. I need to look into that. I'll just add a note right now because I want to move on. I think by moving on, by the way, I mean done with this for now and moving on to the data structure thing I was going to do. I'm going to watch these videos though and just check real quick if he has some insight on this. Why timestamp created after subscription reads new snapshot with null updated at. Okay. And question mark. Alright, I'll have to look into that a little bit more. For now, I will use new date. What about date.now? What does that do? Yeah, alright, we'll just use new date. I think that's just like returns a string value of the epoch time or whatever it's called. Yeah. What is it called? Whatever. Alright, so this will be new date. Good enough. Good enough. It works. I still haven't sorted the messages by timestamp, so let's do that. Let me delete this. Whichever one is screwed up here. This one. Alright, so what did that say in the documentation? If you want to be able to order your documents by creation date, you should store a timestamp. Okay, so let's do that. How do I order? Oh, by the way, does this returns all of the docs, right? So maybe I don't want to completely change messages. I don't know if React handles this automatically, to where if one element in the array is changed, it just updates that. That would be nice. Otherwise, it's completely replacing every single LI with a new LI, which I don't really want. I think it might handle that automatically though, with the diffing algorithm. I could go back to the old set state I had. I don't need this. And let's throw this in here. I think I could do this. Oh man. There we go. Alright, let's see if it still works. What? Do I have anything in here now? What's going on? Oh, gotta get rid of, wait, on snapshots. This dot set state. Oh, right, this is an object. Wait, yes. It's an object. And where does this end? Right here. Object. And it starts with messages. There we go. Back to normal. Cool. All right, still out of order. All right, so how do you order stuff? How do you get the order? I mean, I could do the ordering, sorting in the client side, which I think I'm gonna have to do, right? Can I get a order on the snapshot? Let's see. That would be nice. Wait, what is this? Events for local changes. Local rights in your app will invoke snapshot listeners immediately. This is because of an important feature called latency compensation. When you perform a write, your listeners will be notified at the new data. Wait, is this what was happening to me? When you perform a write, your listeners will be notified with the new data before the data is sent to the backend. That's not what was happening with me, right? Oh shit. This is probably what I could have used. Retrieved documents have a metadata has pending rights property that indicates whether a document has local changes. Has local changes that haven't been written to the backend yet. What does that mean? Local changes hasn't. Local rights in your app. Can you give me an example, please? Local rights in your app will invoke. I mean, if they just gave a little example, I mean, this is not really an example. This is an example of how to fix it. But what does this mean? Then it would just be clear. Like, is it that hard to put the example here? Local rights in your app. Local rights in your app will invoke snapshot listeners immediately. So when they say local rights in this app, do they mean this? Is that a local right in my app? I guess. Okay. When you perform a write, your listeners will be notified with the new data before the data is sent to the backend. Retrieve documents have a metadata. You can use this property. I actually don't get what they mean here. I don't think that applies to me for now. I will bookmark that though. Here, it might be related. Not really sure. Okay. Listen for multiple documents. You can use, yeah. Okay, cool. So we can do a query here. Perfect. All right. Oh, I quit using the auto scroll on Firebase. I don't need this. but we can bring back the auto scroll and we should be good to go. Let's try it out real quick. Wait, what is this? Auto scroll is not defined. What? Thought I uncommented that. I guess not. Alright. Let's make sure it still works. Cool. And how about now? Yeah. Sweet. Alright, where were we at? What did I just copy to the clipboard? Oh yeah, that's query. Okay. So let's throw that here. And I don't want state, I want timestamp. Or no, I need to sort somehow. So actually, I'm not sure I can sort here, but we'll see. As explained above, events for local changes, you will receive events immediately. I just want to know what local rights means. Maybe if I read a little bit in the introduction or get started, it would be more clear. View changes between snapshots. Okay. Don't care about that. Actually, that kind of goes back to what I was saying here, or I'm creating I'm completely replacing the array where I could just get the updates, the changes, and I'm actually going to bookmark that. Did I mark that somewhere? Here, I'll do that up here because, oops, what did I do there? Because if I just append to the array, although I'd probably have to create a new array anyways and then append to it. I don't know. It might not matter. I'll look into it though. Detach a listener. We already did that, right? Yes. Handle listen errors. Might as well throw that in there. I'll just throw this in there. What is this? Good old console log for now. Print errors. Okay. There we go. That, if they really think that looks better, that's crazy to me. I can probably take these off though. I don't know. Whatever. Alright, mine listeners. What's next? Combine listeners with simple and compound queries. Okay, so it looks like you can. Sweet. What is this here? Is this a new page? It's in the query data section. Wait, as described in get real-time updates. snapshot listener. Okay. Cool. Simple queries. Oh, actually, I'm not trying to do a query. I'm trying to do a sort. Never mind. Dang it. All right. Order and limit data. Here we go. Okay. Cloud Firestore. Okay. Order by. We'll do order by timestamp. Or updated that. Let's just try that. See if it works. I think it will actually. I think this will just work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Seems to be working. 7. Yeah, sweet. All right, that's working. And these are all in the normal, or in order of time. Perfect. All right, that was easy. What next? I think I'm kind of done with this for now. Obviously, this needs a lot of work still, but yeah. It's pretty good. I mean, functionality-wise. I need to handle the enter key being pressed. Let's just do that, actually. I thought this would make it so I can just handle, or would it need to be in a form? Maybe. Let me just try that real quick. Yeah, and then it refreshes the page, so it's definitely what we want. Prevent default won't help with that either, will it? No. So, okay. Oops, just delete that. All right, so let's just add a on key press or down or up. What's the difference between these? Let's try them both. On key press, on key up, up. Okay, I definitely want on key up. Because if you hold it down, this continues to be called. Don't want that. Start. Should I just do an inline function here? We'll do event. Event equals. Or no. Event dot key. What is this? Oh, never mind. Key equals, is key standardized? Let me check on that. I think so. Let me see. Key code or key. Key code is undefined, huh? I mean, not undefined, deprecated. Alright, what does it say? This feature is no longer recommended. Compatibility table. Huh. What? We're just gonna go with key. Key is, what is it? Enter? Actually, let's log it first. Just to see what we got, what we're working with here. Yeah, enter capital. So e dot key is enter. No. Equals enter. Then call the function. Which is this function. Okay. And otherwise do nothing. Return. I guess. What? If the key is enter, call the function, otherwise null? Like, what do I do here? No confusing arrow. Okay. It is kind of confusing. Let's see what this says. Basically just don't do that. Okay. Okay. So instead of this, we'll just surround it in this. There we go. What does it say now? Expect an assignment or function call and since all an expression. What? Return. What is this? Unexpected token, return null. Zero? Like, I don't get it. Const a equals. Oh, just return this. There. Okay. There we go. We're good to go. Can I do that without that? No. There we go. What is this? And then they don't want this. I'm just going to see something real quick. I might just ignore that. So if I go back to this, it was complaining, right? Yeah. Crazy. Okay. I'm actually going to ignore that for the moment. And let's see if it works. What's, oh, wrong. Okay, testing. It works. Sweet. All right. That's working. Let's see if there's a setting I can do that a little bit better. I have as needed, I think. I think I'm going to change that to a warning. What I could do instead is not make this inline. Probably be better anyways. Let's do that. Alright, this dot handle key up, or handle message key up or something. Chat message key up. Event. Paste that in there. Get rid of this and this. Let's copy the name. I don't know, maybe this is crazy and I should just do it inline. Instead of a ternary, we'll just do an if statement. And then it will quit complaining at us. It's probably more readable anyways. Alright. Let's try that. Still working. Yes. Alright. That's that. Anything else major with the chat? I mean, other than everything. That's working. User list, I'm not sure. Timestamps. I mean, yeah. They look awful, but I can fix that. We'll just say yeah for now. Global chat. I'm gonna leave that unchecked for now. User list, I'm not sure. Think about that. So where is that? Is that in users or something? I think that was in chat. Where did I put that? Users. Yeah, you need to create a username to be able to chat, and then I don't think I have the energy in me right now to do that, so let's stop there for that, and I'll look probably a little bit at doing that data structure she was talking about, or not that one, but my own idea of that, just for practice. Mostly for practice with generators, iterators, and typed arrays. So let's stop this for now. And move on to that new project. So let's do that now. We'll say data structures. And this will just be simple. Actually, close all this for now. Stop the dev server. This will just be super simple. Testing. Why don't I just do it in Node? Should I just do it in Node? Yes, I'll just do it in Node if they have typed arrays. All right. Call it up. All right, let's make sure Node's working. Node. All right, we're good there. Let's check if typed arrays work in Node, which they might not. Why does it show all that? I hate that. Oops. Alright. Looks like they work. Sweet. Really quick though, I did want to look at this. I probably won't have time to watch this. Generator, chain, Firestore. Let's try to do it real quick. Yeah, I'm not going to watch this on stream. I'll watch this off stream. Try to figure out what's up with that. I'll bookmark this and this. He's using the other thing that I had trouble with, so maybe I could figure that out. Alright, close this. Close this. What's this? Just trying to clean up a little bit. Done with all this actually. Alright. Basically what I want to do is make a linked list, first of all. And then from that linked list, make some sort of variable or something that holds information about the memory addresses of each node or something like that. And or put them put the linked list nodes inside of a tree. Well, I was just thinking about this. If I put them inside of a binary search tree by address, I don't know. I have to think about it. The main thing I want to do is just a linked list for now. And the reason I'm using typed array, I want to try typed array, is I want to be able to test it without, I think, and maybe this is true for typed array as well. I haven't really looked into it at all, but I want to remove all of the optimizations that are built into JavaScript arrays by default, because I don't think they exist in typed array, but I could be wrong. If not, I want to, by optimizations, I mean like random access. I want to test if what I'm doing, I'm going to try to make a immutable array basically, and I want to see if this immutable array like thing, I think it'll be similar to like a Java array list, is going to have better performance the way I'm going to do it, instead of just copying each item from the old array into the new one, to do inserts. And so that'll work better because of the linked list idea. But also I want to test random access because because that should be slow with a linked list, but I want to see if it improves with what I'm trying to do with it. And if I use a JavaScript array, it might have some sort of a JavaScript built-in array. It might have some sort of optimizations built in or something, or it might actually hurt. All right, so let's see. First thing I want to do is test something which I'm pretty sure is true, that you can put different types in a regular array. So it's I'm pretty sure this will be fine. Console. Yes. Okay, you can. Just want to double check that. All right. Typed array object describes an array-like view of an underlying binary data buffer. There is no global property, nor there is a directly visible typed array constructor. Okay. Instead, there are a number of different global properties whose values are typed. On the following, I'll find. Okay. All right. So I think how this works, if I'm not mistaken, is it has, since it's typed to whatever, let me see. It looks like you can only do ints or something like that. So since it's typed, then it can store it in those size memory blocks. I'm wondering if this is way faster than a regular array, even if they all have the same value. I would like to test that, but let's see. Length. When called, by the way, is this like brand new to JavaScript? How new is this? I want to see how new it is. What? This is not new at all. This has been around forever. I thought it was new for some reason. It's been around since Firefox 4. Internet Explorer 10. Chrome 7. Interesting. Okay. For some reason I thought that was new. It's new to me anyways. Okay. So if I do this, create a typed array with a size in bytes. So this is 8 bytes. Okay, so if I log it out, oops. 32,000,000. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so 8 bytes. And a byte can store a number how large? Let's see. So it stores that as 76. So obviously it can only go so big. So 70. Wait, a byte can store what? A byte can store 16. Wait. 1, 3 plus 4, 7 plus 8, 15. Is that right? Can only store up to 15. And if I go to 16, 20? Oh, I already found out it goes up to 70. Why is that? Oh, int 8. Int 8. It only goes up to 70. Is that right? No, that's not true. So 8 bits can represent how large of a number? Let's see, 32, 64, 128. Yeah, so it probably goes up to 127. Yes, that would be 16, right? Yeah, yep. Man, I'm so bad at math. So that's 2 to the 8th power, is that right? 2 to the 8th. How do you do powers on here? 2 power. Here, I'll just do it on Google. Or I could just do it in here, right? Node 2 to the power of 8. No, 2 to the power of 7. Yeah, -1. Okay. All right. So typed arrays is 8 bits, which means it can store up to 127. So 0 through 127. Right? Yes. Okay. So just want to check how that works. What if I tried to store a string in here of a... Let's see what happens. What is this? What the heck is that? I don't know. Probably some from an old project. Okay. All right. Yeah, it doesn't work. Okay. Interesting. What else do we have here? Buffer, byte offset. So this is what I could use to make it more efficient, maybe. When called parameters. When called with a buffer. When called, oh, okay. With a buffer, an optionally byte offset length argument, a new typed array view is created that views the specific array buffer. The byte offset and length parameters specify. By the way, battle NUB LOL, appreciate it, thank you. The byte offset and length parameters specify the memory range that will be exposed by the view. I don't know, man. I don't know if I can do this in JavaScript. I think I might have to do it in Java to really test it. I don't know. or Java or C++ or something like that, and use pointers. I don't know if what I'm thinking is going to work properly. Oh, no. It's a so it is 2 to the 8th. Right, but it's signed. Duh. Okay. Okay, got it. Duh. All right. Name get prototype from All right, let's check out what I can do here, because I do want to do this probably. I'm doing length right now. I don't even know. Oh, you can create a typed array from a typed array. You can create a typed array from an object. How does that work? As if by the typed array from method. Creates a new typed array from an array like or iterable object. Okay. All right. So let's just do a linked list with a typed array. Let's try that. Been a long time. All right. So we have a linked list has a length property. Well, let's create 2 classes. Oh, Stigroven. Yeah, hey, how's it going? Yeah, this is not part of the project. I should change the title. Hold on, let me change the title. Sorry about that. I stopped working on the project a while back. Here it is. I mean, I just got basic chat working. Obviously it needs styling, needs other things as well. But yeah, it's scrolling to the bottom. If you type, etc., you can sign in and out. Nothing much. But what I wanted to do was work on this. Let me change the title really quick of the stream. Forgot to change that. Did you use a Firetame? I used Firestore. I looked at using the real-time database, but there were so many advantages they said to using the Firestore that I decided to go with Firestore. So, and it's a little bit more like Mongo, so I would get more practice with something similar to Mongo. All right, let me change the title. How do I do that? Edit? Yes. So let's edit this to data structures, JavaScript. Cool. Me and a friend use the real-time database and they don't support good queries at all. Should have just used Cloud Firestore. Okay. Yeah. I'm not sure that does the other one have better queries? I think it does. I think that was one of the benefits. In general, though, I don't like any of their queries. The NoSQL databases, I would much prefer using SQL. So I'm using Firestore because it's free to host, basically. Or it's free, it has decent uptime, and it has a decent quota on the free services. I don't have to worry about getting charged after the free, like AWS. I don't have to worry about it not running because I'm on some weird free thing that I've never heard of. So, and this project is going to be for a portfolio. It's going to be showed on my portfolio at some point when it's finished. So I want it to always be running if possible for free. All right. So linked list, and then I want a node. I'm just going to do a singly linked list. So a linked list contains a root, right? I'm doing this from memory. It's been a while. A linked list contains a root, so I'll use const. Or no, not root. Is it called root? I think. I don't know. Equals new node. What is this? Oh, duh. Root. We'll use constructor here. This dot equals a new node. All right, node has a value and a next. We're just going to do next. I'm not going to worry about doubly linked list right now. So we'll do next equals new. What does it point to? For now, it'll just be null, right? Yeah, when you create it, it's null. Okay. And then this dot root equals new node. And we need a, what else do we need? New node. It actually needs to, so let me think about this. I'm doing this from memory without trying to look at anything, and it's been a long time, so. So you have the root node. So you create the list that starts with the root node. If you want to add one to the list, oh, you need a reference to the current node, I guess. Because you need to be able to call, you need to be able to iterate through it. Right? Yes. So a node, does it contain a next and a, or a value, or just a value? Yeah, no, it has to contain a next. Yes. Okay. All right, so I guess this dot current or whatever pointer, is that right? Equals null, or no, equals root for now. And then we'll implement some functions or some methods. We'll say, I'm going to do it without iterator generator for now, and then move on to that. So let's see. Let's comment that out for now. I'm going to keep it real simple. First of all, let's go ahead and create it. So const list equals new linked list. Oops. And that's good for now. I'd probably pass in a type as well, I think, but for now it's good. Linked list constructor, this root new node, this pointer equals root. And then if I wanted to iterate through it, what is the interface for a linked node or linked list? Oh wait, I do need value. Okay. What is the interface for linked lists? What can you do to it? You can insert. What else can you do? you can append, which is the same as insert, but at the end. I'll leave off append for now. I want to be able to iterate through it. We'll do for each. We'll do for each. We'll do it without iterator for now, I think. All right, for each. And this will take a callback. And what it will do is start at the root. So, and then, yeah, and then just call next. Yeah, this is pretty easy, actually. So, for each we'll do... I'm pretty tired. For each we'll start at the root, and then call next on each node, and then return it in the callback, right? For each. For each you pass it a callback. Oh, right. While the next one is not null. Okay, that's right. So you say this dot current equals. Yeah, exactly. Really though, it's just too late. I need to not do this right now. I'm trying to do it from memory too, and it's been like 4 years since I've even messed with this. This dot current is root. This dot root for now. Not this dot cur. It will be. We're not gonna save. Like cur equals this dot root, and then. While cur is not equal to null, because they start out null, or no, yeah. Wait, while cur is not equal to null, that's right. Callback with cur. And what else do you need to do? You need to update cur. And then what is it? Cur equals cur.next. That's it, I think. Pretty sure that's it. Maybe this should be a method, I don't know. For now, I'll just leave it a property. Okay, and I'm not going to do insert at the moment. Actually, I'm going to do insert because otherwise it won't work. So I'm just going to do append actually for now. Append. And you'd have to keep track of the end. So this dot end equals const node equals new node. This dot end equals node, and this dot root equals node. I mean, this dot, yeah, root equals node. They both point to the end, and then if you make one append append one, the end is the new one. All right, so you take this dot pointer. Actually, all of these could be node. Okay. So you say this dot pointer, or no, you create a new node. So you go const new node equals new node. And then you say this dot pointer dot next equals new node. Oops, new node. And this dot pointer dot next equals new node. And then you got to update the end as well. This dot end equals new node as well, because this is just an append operation. I think that should be fine. Is it normal to store the end? For some reason I thought you just stored the root. Oh, maybe the length? You use the length instead of end? Or was I even using end? I don't know. Alright, const node equals new node. This already equals that node. Const new node equals new node. This pointer next equals the new node. This dot end equals the new node. And that's it. Oh, let's give it a value. Append, and then val u, and throw it in here. And this will be value as well. Okay. Okay. All right. I don't know. Let's see if it works. Am I thinking about this right? Because these don't have any actual methods, nodes, unless I made next a method, which maybe I should. It just returns a reference to the next. Wait, let me think. Did I update? I think this works how I have it. Let's see. Let's see. All right, so we'll start with one console.log list. See what we get. So we have the root has a value of 1, the end, and next is null on all those. That makes sense. All right, so let's go ahead and list append 2 and list append 3 and log it out. So the pointer is currently oh, that's really confusing. End is correct. Stop pointer dot next. So the root is a node that has a next, which is a node, which has a value of 3, which is incorrect. I don't know. Let's try the for each. Something's wrong. List for each. I wonder. I'm gonna try FE just in case this has some clash with something I'm not thinking about. FE. Item. Item not value. One, 3. Yeah, it's not working. Okay. Let's see here. This part looks fine. New node. So you append. Value. Oh, I never set this new node's. Yeah, how would this work at all? This dot pointer, and I never reset the pointer either. Duh. The pointer is not necessary actually. I would only need that if I'm keeping track of. Wait. I would only need that if I'm keeping track of like some sort of, if I was looping through and I wanted to, I think, use an iterator or something. I don't know. Let's get rid of the pointer because I'm actually not going to use that. And we'll just keep track of the root and the end, or the start and the end, whatever. So to append, you create a new node, and you say the end is the new node, and you say this dot end. This dot end dot next. Wait, this dot end dot next is the new node. Hold on, this dot end dot next equals new node. So the end of it points, the current end points to the new node. I see all kinds of issues here. But the current end points to the new node, and then the new node is now the new end. Okay. Huh. Yeah, I think I should probably stop here. This dot pointer dot next. Let's just get rid of that for now. I know this isn't gonna work, but what's wrong with this? You need to set the next of the current one. How do I actually do that? Actually, I think that is fine, maybe. Let's see. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. It actually does work. I was overthinking it. And then if I look at just the list itself, console.log list. Let's see. Linked list has a root, which is a node. And the next is a node, which is a node. That's too much to think about. Screw that. I'd have to get better format to be able to read that properly. Alright. That's pretty good. It's fine. Let me add one more for console. Yeah, it seems to be working okay. Let's just really quickly mess with an iterator and then call it JavaScript generator. Okay. JavaScript provides a number of ways of iterating over a collection. An iterator is an object which defines a sequence. Implements the iterator protocol by having a next method which returns an object with two properties, value That's it, huh? Oh. Okay. Let's try it. Whoops. Oh man, really? Okay, next method which returns an object. Okay. So we will have a next method here. It's going to return an object with two properties, value, the next value in the sequence, and done. It's going to return an object. Value and done. For now, we'll say 5 and true. Okay. Which is true if the last value in the sequence has already been consumed. That would be if we're at the end. I'm too tired to figure this out at the moment. Let's see. Value. So I could just return this dot next dot value. Oh, never mind. The other done is kind of easy too. And then I could just do done is this dot next. Then, yeah. Wait, this dot next in a Boolean. Actually, let's do this. Does that work? Maybe. Converts it to a Boolean. And this dot next, if it's null, it'd be false. Otherwise, it'd be true, right? I think that would work. Maybe. Okay. All right. Value is present alongside done. If value is present alongside done, it is the iterator's return value. What? I guess that's what that means. I don't understand that sentence. Okay, once created, an iterator object can be iterated explicitly by repeatedly calling next. Oh, this actually needs to be the opposite. Because this dot next, if it has a value, that means it's not done. So I'm actually going to, I could put, screw it, we'll do the triple. It's pretty terrible, but it's okay. I think it'll work. What can I do with it? While custom iterators are a useful tool, their creation requires careful programming due to need to generated functions provide a powerful alternative that allow you to find an iterative algorithm. So linked lists don't use any indexes, they just have next item and their next property, ending up with huge nested object. I'm trying to make sense of this. It's sort of, is it a nested object? In this case, it is a nested object. But yeah, let's look at a better example of a linked list. You're right, it is a nested object. Here's the idea. It's some sort of structure that contains a value and a pointer, some sort of way of telling what is the next thing in the list. I was storing that in a variable. And that was pointing to this object. So, yeah. So next points to another object, which contains a value, and another pointer that points to another object, so on and so forth. I guess officially I should have some sort of terminator thing. But I just thought if I read one more and it was null, that then we're no good or something. The disadvantages. So they use more memory than arrays because of the storage used by their pointers. Right. So they use more memory than arrays because they have to store extra information, right? They don't just store the number. or the value. They store the pointer as well. Arrays, yeah, just store the value, and it's just placed in memory. Nodes in a linked list must be read in order from the beginning because of sequential access. So you can't do any sort of random access like an array, where an array, every part of the array has in an array, like from my understanding, and maybe I'm wrong, paint, every piece of the array has a fixed size. Like that's why this typed array, each item has only a size of 8 bits. And since that's the case, we can do some pretty simple arithmetic to access the 5th item. So you take the address 0x5 or whatever this is and say, okay, I want the 5th item, and then we just multiply by the size or something like that. Like there's probably more complicated, and it directly sends you to the address of this item. In a linked list, each one, they get placed wherever they are in memory, and 250 or whatever, and yeah, so you need to access each different one until you get to the one that you're looking for. Sequential access. So that's why, or that's what it's talking about there, I think. What else? Well, they have advantages too. The whole point of what I'm trying to do here, though, is I watched this, and she talks about some of the drawbacks of linked lists, or not linked lists, of creating immutable arrays. So you'd have to create the entire array over again, and then she talked about, because an immutable array, you can't just update a value in a certain spot in the array, right? You have to create a brand new array, and then I don't know, I'm so tired. Anyways, what I was trying to do is create a linked list that it's slightly better than a basic linked list, right? It has more performance because it keeps track of information that you can use to access nodes faster, basically, somehow. I was trying to figure that out. But the advantages are you can store, you don't have to store the same size of, like in terms of an array, a traditional array, you have to store the same size in each element, right? From this picture, these have to be the same size. You can't all of a sudden store data in this one that has way larger size. So that's one advantage. Another advantage of a linked list in the basic part of it is just if you want to add an item in the middle of an array, you have to take all of the element, or you have to basically recreate the array and take all of the elements that came before, and then add a new element, and then add all the elements that came afterwards. So it's kind of a expensive operation. For a linked list, you just say, okay, I'm going to insert an item right here. So I just take this pointer and I erase it. It's no longer pointing to this guy. It's now pointing to this guy. And then his pointer now points to the other guy. So it's really fast to insert items in the middle. nodes are stored incontiguously. So this is what we were just talking about. Difficulties arise in linked lists when it comes to reverse traversing. So what I did was a singly linked list because it only has a reference to next, not previous. Previous, it would have to store 2 pointers, so even more memory. Oh, and here's the thing. This is storing a pointer to the entire object, I think. I don't know. Maybe in JavaScript it just stores a pointer to its address. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's not storing the entire object. What am I talking about? So yeah, I think that's fine. Difficulties arise in linked lists, reverse traversing. And so doubly linked lists would have, as I said, reference to the previous. Somewhat easier to read. Memory is consumed in allocating space for a back pointer, which is what I just said basically. And this is kind of what I was talking about with a dynamic array, a resizable array. Allocates memory contiguously, you know, just as we've shown here. It's not all over the place. And keeps count of the current number of elements. If the space reserve is exceeded, it is reallocated and possibly copied, which is an expensive operation. So, yeah. Arbitrary, many elements. Yeah, again, reallocation is expensive. So I was trying to do something that's kind of the best of both worlds. But I think I've run out of steam for the night, so maybe I'll try that again another night, as well as continue working on this game. I also saw up there you can make circular linked lists. Circular linked lists. Last node. Ah, yeah, it links back to the beginning. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, thanks for hanging out, for sure. I'm going to try to do some of this more and more, just data structure stuff, maybe some algorithms on LeetCode and whatnot, but kind of more interested in the data structures at the moment. So, and just working on things in JavaScript that I literally never used. I think I've done this one time in my life, iterables and stuff. So just constantly learning things here and there. But yeah, I'm going to focus mostly on this game, but again, I'm going to try to do some extra stuff at the end of these streams. Hopefully not at the point where I'm too tired. So unfortunately, I just have to work during the day, and then my extra time, I'm a little bit tired when I'm doing these. So it is what it is. Cool. All right. Thanks for hanging out, and yeah, hopefully I'll see everyone around. Stick around. I appreciate the follow, and yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Take care.